Hey guys, what's going on? It is your boy. We are here with No Games, season 3, episode 4. And guys, this show today is a little bit different. Guys, I hope you guys are sitting down. I hope you guys got your popcorn or whatever, what time it is, breakfast, lunch, dinner, wherever you guys got. We need to sit down and have this discussion about the gaming strike. And I know you guys, if you guys, some of your video games probably have been hit by this. Mainly for me is Genshin Impact. And we just had the 5.1 patch just come out a couple of weeks ago. And now we're still in 5.1. But if you guys noticed, with the Archon quest, there was some missing voices, and we just got the Nahita's birthday, the Subserian event a couple of days ago, and there was some voice actors missing from that. And we're wondering, like, what is going on? Why isn't there any voice acting? Why are these voices missing? Well, most of you guys know the voice actors are going, on strike. And it's a little bit deeper than I thought. We all thought it was because of the AI situation. That's just a part of it. The rest of it, my God, guys, if I tell you what's going on, you will be on the side of the voice actors as well. Now, make sure you guys follow me on all social media. Go to my website, check out everything. And I also have a campaign going on for my, Ninja Sons products. Yes, I'm getting my books and stuff together. So hopefully you guys are able to donate if you can. Links in the description to my spot fund. Now let's go ahead and get into this because I really wanted to talk to you guys about this and get you guys' feedback. So what I'm gonna do is now I had to do a little digging, and the thing is, I thought it was Genshin that was actually doing this. Oh no. It's not Genshin. It is Formosa. I forget. It's Formosa. Not entertainment. International. I think that's the sub company that works with the English voice actors. And this is kind of crazy because it's like I thought, Genshin. I thought they had like Genshin of America, where Hoyoverse of America, where the voice actors will be working with them. No. It is another whole entity. And then I come to find out that most of the voice actors that are, that are missing are union. And that makes a whole difference. Now, Formosa, it's Formosa Interactive. That's the name of the voice acting company that most of the voice actors for Genshin is working for. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out a little bit of what's going on, and I'm going to reach out about what Formosa is doing. Formosa Interactive is a production company that is, hold on, guys, I got thrown off by this word, signatory of the Screen Actors Guild of America Federation of TV and Radio Artists, which is SAG-AFTRA. However, some voice actors have had issues with Formosa, including allegations of late payment. Now, see, this is another thing that I was thinking about. I was like, Formosa, I was like, the actors really not, getting paid. Now, it goes a little bit deeper than that as well. Because remember, now the main character in Genshin Impact normally does not, the main character, they don't really get any voice lines until something really, really powerful is about to happen. And or either, when it's a real if your sibling is, if you're playing as Lumine, and you would get Aether's voice. You would get Zach's voice line for Aether when when it comes to the Abyss. Now, if you're playing as Aether as I am, you'll get Lumine's voice actress that she does for the Abyss. So those are the times you'll get voice acting from the main MC. However, I don't know what other games have been affected, but I do know there's plenty more. The only reason I'm talking about Genshin is because I play Genshin, and that is how come I'm like, oh my god. So I really need to talk about this. So let me go ahead and read a little bit more. Now, here's Formosa information about here's some information about Formosa Interactive and SAG. Now, okay, I'm gonna go skip down because oh wait, no, we ain't gonna skip down. Formosa is one of several companies targeted by the SAG-AFTRA strike, which began on July 26, 2024. The strike aims to improve working conditions for voice actors and addressing their concerns about AI. Now that's one of them. Second one, Formosa, no allegation against Formosa. SAG-AFTRA filed a charge with National Labor Relations Board against Formosa, accusing the company of trying to cancel a strike. A struck video game shortly after the strike began. So they was trying to stop a video game, voice actings from coming out in a certain video game, which I think it was Genshin Impact, if I'm not mistaken. They was trying to stop this from coming out because they didn't, I guess the actors, wanted, they because if the actors, when the voices come out, the actors have to get paid. So sounds like to me, I may be wrong. Sound like to me they wanted to stop this before the actors even got paid. Before this go out because then the actors have to get paid. Formosa's response: Formosa rejects SAG-AFTRA allegations, stating that the company has not acted to undermine employee or union rights. That ain't what the actors are saying. Formosa, no, voice acting for Genshin Impact. Formosa Interactive handles voice acting for North America and Genshin Impact, but the game uses both union and non-union voice actors. Hoyoverse, the game's developer, has urged Formosa to pay its voice actors promptly. So they're coming out. So Hoyoverse is coming out telling Formosa they need to pay their actors. So because it's messing up the game. And if you guys are actually playing certain video games too, it just lets me know like yeah, hold on just for a second. So I'm just saying that these guys need to get paid, and if Hoyoverse is telling Formosa to pay these people, they need to do it promptly because, like I was saying, it's messing up the game for most of us. And when it does that, a lot of people are. I mean, they know it's not Hoyoverse's fault, but they're saying it's ruining the game. And it really is because we're coming into we got one more Archon quest that is coming 5.3. Then we got the what is it? And 5.3 is the Archon quest, and it's also the Relanterite Festival. Now I know that's one of the biggest events that's in Genshin Impact during for the first of the year because it's like coincide with the Chinese New Year. So that's what the whole Lanterite Festival is. And without voice acting, it's gonna be devastating. Now let's not forget the Japanese voice actors, the Chinese voice actors, I think it's I would say Australian, but no, it's Korean voice actors. They're still working. All of them are still working. They're still voice acting in the game. It's just the North Americans that voice actors that is not working because of what Formosa is doing. Now let me read you. I went to Reddit, and y'all know Reddit be on it. So there has been some things that voice actors have come out and stated, and I'm gonna read what they've said. there has been a ton of questions and misconceptions regarding the ongoing strike with SAG-AFTRA, and I felt it was high time someone explained in detail everything that is going on. There is still tons of we don't know since it's behind closed doors, and there's a few things I'm assuming. So no, so hold on. So some of it may end up outdated. Okay, and this is coming from one of the voice actors. Why there's their strike? Union voice actors are rightfully worried that the studio are going to take their voices, use AI to replicate them, and so the studios can use these replica voice forever without ever compensating the voice actor. Therefore, the union has asked for protection against this. And while some companies and games are agree, non-major companies do not, which led to the strike. One company, hold on, there's one of the companies did not agree, and it's Formosa Interactive LLC. So that's the one that's working with Genshin, working with the Genshin voice actors. How does the strike work? Any voice actor parts of the union are forbidden to accept work, even promote any games or work by the struck company. This implies that to all non-union companies, unless said company signs an interim bargain. All of these applies to new workers, to new work or contracts. The reason voiceovers do not stop, didn't stop the moment the strike started is because these voice lines were already recorded. And that's what I was saying, that they was trying to, I guess Formosa was trying to, either if it wasn't Formosa, it might have been some of the actors trying to stop the game from coming out because they've already been recorded, so they were a part of the strike. So and now that the voice lines and stuff are out, they know they're not gonna get paid after what they knew what Formosa was doing. So I guess most of them was trying to figure out something. I really don't know, but I'm trying to figure this one out myself. In order to okay, why is this affecting Genshin Impact? In order to record English dialogue for the game, Hoyo Hoyoverse hires third-party studios in order to produce the record the dialogue. Hoyoverse used three different studios for each of their games. English voice actors. Formosa Ocean Post handles the Genshin Impact dialogue. Rocket Sound Studio handles the the Honkai Star Rail dialogue, and Sound Cadence Studios. Some people call it Farina Studios. handles the Zenless Zone Zero dialogue. All three of these studios are non-union. So that's probably why all three of these got struck. However, as you probably guessed, Formosa Ocean Post is owned by people who own Formosa Interactive LLC, which is a struck company. So while Formosa Ocean Post is non-union, they are never given. They're never going to sign a bargaining agreement unless Formosa Interactive LLC agrees to the strike's terms. This is why the strike is affecting Genshin Impact. Now, this is going to be horrible because I'm thinking Genshin. I'm thinking Hoyoverse is going to have to fire Formosa if they do not get this done and pay these actors. Hoyoverse is going to have to fire them because this is going to affect the game. The game has already been affected by people leaving. They're saying there's not much content. there's not in-game content that's going to sustain people to want to stay longer. And with no voice acting for the American, now there's some that listen to Japanese. I listen to both, but I try to support the English voice actors because I love, some of the work that they put into this. And if Hoyoverse don't fire this company and find someone else, this is gonna almost ruin the American side of the game. Now, I'm about to read this. This is why the strike is affecting Genshin Impact. Side note: as far as we know, Paimon's voice actor, Karina, I cannot pronounce her last name. Karina Botegair. I know I butchered it. This is the only voice actor doing work for Genshin Impact, not at Formosa Ocean Post. Last year, Hoyoverse moved Karina out of Formosa after the studio failed to make payments to the voice actor. It sounds like Karina moved to Farina Studios. As far as I know, Farina Studios has signed the interim bargain agreement, so they are free to use union voice actors. All this means is that at the very least, Paimon will always be voice acted. So technically, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to get rid of Formosa if they're gonna want to continue to keep their game alive. Because if they do not keep this game alive, guys, Genshin. Well, like I said, the English side of Genshin is gonna go down. The Western people are not gonna want to play because I'm not gonna lie, I'm still gonna play regardless because I'm too invested. I will switch to the Japanese version, to the Japanese voices if I must. However, a lot of people want to hear the English voice actors because there are some good voice actors that are really working um, over here in America, and I really want to continue to hear their voices. Is Hoyoverse at fault, and can they do anything about it? Unless Hoyoverse doing naughty things behind the scenes we don't know of. This is a big fat no. As far as what Hoyoverse can actually do, what can they do about their options are quite limited. All they can do is really either put pressure on Formosa or the union, but in the end, everything depends on the union and Formosa. They can't even replace the voice actors because that would be illegal for this kind of strike. No, I don't want them to replace the voice actors. I want the old voice actors to come back. They do not have the nuclear option. They do have a nuclear option, which is canceling all their contracts with Formosa and moving them to similar Paimon voice actors, doing the similar moving them similar to Paimon's voice actor. That's what I'm thinking they should do. But I imagine that's very difficult and would be very expensive for them. Well, hell, they're a billionaire company. They're a $1 billion company. I'm quite sure they could squeeze that out some kind of way and move on some way. But that's what I'm thinking. I'd rather them to move the voice actors instead of keeping them, there and ruining the game for everybody. And this is not just for Genshin Impact. This is for every game voice actor who's been affected. Because I have a friend who's a voice actress, and she's going through the same situation. So anything that's gonna harm the voice actors, I stand with the voice actors. And I think Genshin. I think Hoyoverse probably should take that option. I don't know. Maybe they said it could be expensive, but if you don't want to ruin your English voice acting, I think that will be an option. Okay, what can we do? Social media is really the only way we can support the strike. Just keep blowing it up in support. There is a petition by SAG-AFTRA themselves can sign on their website. but social media would be a better option. Also, I'm going to take a a shot in the dark here and say switching to another voice language may do something because Hoyoverse could use the interim data to help pressure Formosa, but this is a wild speculation by me, so don't bet on that working. I mean, I'm only going to do it because if you guys watch my content that I put up for Genshin, so that would be the only reason I would do that. That sums up. I agree. I know I encourage people to read um and make comments in case information I missed got wrong or a new information just popped up. So Joe Zeta, the English voice actor of Riosley, made a video talking about the strike in greater detail, in which you can watch here. So I would probably have to put that in there somewhere. But guys, that's technically what is going on with this Genshin. Not just Genshin, but the AFTRA SAG, strike. And Formosa is kind of the reason why Genshin is going down. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please go and let's support the English voice actors so we can try to get everything back on track. All right, guys, I love you all. Y'all be safe, and I will see you guys later.